Stop scrolling, ARMY, because something strange happened just 5 minutes before the stage lights turned on. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel Jikook Lover, because here we uncover the moments behind BTS that fans around the world can't stop talking about. Now imagine this scene. The arena is loud. The cameras are ready. The countdown to the performance has already begun. Everything is supposed to be perfectly planned. But suddenly, just 5 minutes before going on stage, two global superstars, Jimin and Jeon Jungkook, reportedly asked their stylists to change parts of their outfits immediately. Not a small adjustment, not just fixing a wrinkle. A last-minute change that forced the styling team to move quickly before the performance started. Why did they do that? What really happened backstage in those final moments? And why did fans only notice the mysterious details after the cameras zoomed in during the performance? Was it simply a fashion decision? Or could there be a hidden meaning behind the change? Let's talk about it. In the world of global pop culture, every tiny detail can turn into a massive discussion within minutes. But sometimes, there are moments that feel different, moments that make fans pause and wonder whether what they're seeing is simply coincidence or something much more intentional. Recently, the internet once again found itself buzzing over two names that almost never disappear from global headlines: Jimin and Jeon Jungkook of BTS. Whenever BTS appears on stage, expectations are already sky-high. Fans know that every performance is carefully crafted, every visual detail thought through, every costume designed to match the atmosphere of the music and the energy of the stage. But according to information that began circulating among fans and insiders, something unusual happened shortly before one particular performance. Something that took place only minutes before Jimin and Jungkook stepped into the spotlight. Behind the stage, the production team was already moving quickly through the final preparations. Lights were being tested. Cameras were aligned to capture every angle. Stylists were making final checks on the outfits to ensure that everything looked flawless under the powerful stage lighting. At that point, everything appeared completely normal, until suddenly, a request came in. According to a stylist involved in the process, both Jimin and Jungkook personally asked for changes to certain details of their outfits. The request came so late that the team had to make adjustments quickly, working against the clock before the performers were called to the stage. In most situations, a wardrobe adjustment might not seem like a big deal. Artists often tweak their appearance before performances. But what made this situation different was the reason behind the changes. Reports suggested that Jimin wanted the overall styling to feel more like jewelry. The phrase immediately caught the attention of fans who heard about it later. What exactly did he mean by that? Was he referring to the way the outfit would reflect the stage lights? Was he imagining a visual effect that would make the performance feel more radiant and dramatic? Or was the statement hinting at something symbolic that only a few people might understand? At the same time, Jungkook reportedly had his own very specific vision for his outfit. He wanted his white shirt to appear more worn, more dramatic, almost slightly dangerous in aesthetic tone. The inspiration, according to the stylist's explanation, came from the emotional atmosphere of Korean landscape paintings. This artistic idea required the styling team to add new textures and adjustments to the clothing very quickly. And then the moment arrived. The music started. The stage lights exploded into brightness, and Jimin and Jungkook finally appeared before the audience. To many fans watching the performance in real time, everything looked spectacular as usual. The choreography was powerful, the stage presence undeniable, and the atmosphere electric. But it wasn't until hours later that something unusual began to unfold online. Clips of the performance started spreading across social media. Fans began pausing the video, zooming into screenshots, comparing images frame by frame. And slowly, people started noticing something. The outfits looked slightly different from earlier rehearsal images. The texture of the fabrics seemed intentionally altered. Certain elements shimmered under the lights in ways that didn't appear accidental. Within a short time, discussion threads started appearing across fan communities. Some fans believed the changes were simply part of the artistic vision for the stage concept. After all, BTS performances often blend fashion, storytelling, and visual symbolism. But others were convinced there might be something more behind the sudden wardrobe decision. Some speculated that the outfit details could represent a hidden theme connected to the music itself. Others wondered if the styling choices were meant to visually echo emotions expressed in the performance. And then the theories grew even deeper. Certain fans pointed out how the aesthetic of the outfits seemed to reflect elements commonly seen in traditional Korean art, dramatic contrasts, textures that appear both elegant and wild at the same time. Could that connection be intentional? Could the worn textures and shimmering details represent a deeper artistic message? Or was the explanation actually much simpler? Perhaps Jimin and Jungkook, known for their perfectionism on stage, simply felt that the original styling didn't fully match the emotional tone of the performance. But the mystery remains, because even now, fans continue rewatching the performance videos, analyzing the clothing details, studying the lighting reflections, and trying to understand the real reason behind the last-minute decision. And every time the footage plays again, new observations seem to appear. A subtle movement, a shift in fabric under the lights, a visual detail that suddenly feels more intentional than accidental. All of this leads to one question that continues to echo across the global fan community. Was the outfit change that happened 5 minutes before the performance simply a spontaneous creative choice? Or was it actually a small piece of a much larger artistic message that fans are only beginning to notice now? And if there truly was a hidden meaning behind those costume details, why would Jimin and Jungkook choose to reveal it in that exact moment, right before stepping onto the stage? As the hours passed after the performance, the conversation surrounding that mysterious wardrobe change only grew louder. What initially seemed like a small backstage adjustment slowly transformed into one of the most talked-about topics among fans across social media. Screenshots circulated everywhere. Slow-motion clips were analyzed repeatedly. Some fans even compared earlier rehearsal photos with the final stage footage, trying to detect the exact moment the differences appeared. And strangely, the more people looked, the more questions began to emerge. Because the changes were subtle, but they were definitely there. The texture of Jungkook's white shirt seemed intentionally distressed, as if it had been altered to look more raw and dramatic under the stage lights. The fabric moved differently with each dance step, catching shadows and reflections that gave the performance an unexpectedly intense visual atmosphere. Meanwhile, Jimin's outfit appeared to shimmer in a way that many viewers didn't immediately notice during the live broadcast. But once fans began replaying the performance in high resolution, the effect became clearer. Certain details on his clothing reflected light, almost like fragments of jewelry, sparkling briefly whenever he turned toward the cameras. And that was exactly when fans remembered the stylist's comment. Jimin wanted the look to feel more like jewelry. Was that shimmering effect intentional? Or was it simply the natural result of the stage lighting? The debate quickly divided the online fan community into different interpretations. Some believed the explanation was simple. Jimin and Jungkook are known for their attention to detail, and they likely adjusted their outfits to better match the visual concept of the performance. But others were not convinced. Because BTS has a long history of embedding symbolism into their visuals, music videos, stage concepts, and even wardrobe choices. Over the years, fans have discovered countless hidden meanings and details that initially seemed insignificant. So naturally, people began wondering if this moment could be another example of that tradition. One theory suggested that Jungkook's distressed shirt might represent a sense of emotional intensity, a visual reflection of the passion and vulnerability often expressed in BTS performances. Another theory focused on Jimin's shimmering aesthetic. Some fans speculated that the jewelry-like appearance might symbolize value, transformation, or the idea of something refined through pressure, much like a diamond. But without an official explanation, everything remains speculation. And perhaps that uncertainty is exactly what keeps the conversation alive. Because sometimes, the most powerful moments in performance are not the ones that are fully explained. Sometimes, it's the tiny details, the unexpected decisions made just minutes before stepping onto the stage that create the biggest mysteries. And as fans continue to revisit that performance again and again, one thought continues to linger in the back of everyone's mind. What if that last-minute costume change was never really spontaneous at all? What if it was meant to be noticed, just not immediately? If that's the case, then the real question might not be why Jimin and Jungkook changed their outfits 5 minutes before the show. The real question is this: Were they simply perfecting their stage look? Or were they quietly leaving behind a visual clue that fans are only beginning to understand now?